Hey folks, how's it going? We're checking out more of the Thin Blue Line. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic day. All right, the last episode, Habib fell for a firefighter guy who happened to be gay, who was into the other guy. And yeah, it was either a message or a comment where somebody said that he was asking an old boy out right in the beginning when he said, you want to go out to get a beer or whatever. She cut him off. Is what you guys said. It was either in the comment section or a message. Somebody said that. Yeah, she did cut him off. I didn't even notice that. There were other times I saw that, like, there might have been something, but I thought it's not interested in her. But yeah, there are definitely signs there, but I wasn't sure until he actually revealed it. I can't quite remember exactly how it went. I don't remember the whole episode completely, but yeah, there are definitely some signs, and I missed that earlier one. Oh yeah, old boy the CID guy botched the entire investigation. It wasn't even a real person. He didn't do his, due diligence and look into who it actually was. This guy was doing all the prank calls and stuff. So he just pushed his career back. The band, I love the jacket and all that stuff, and talking all that mess. It's kind of hard to feel bad for him, as I said in the last episode, because he talks so much stuff. He's so braggadocious and all that jazz. It's kind of hard to feel bad for a guy like that. I don't know what honey trap means. I've heard the term before. I think it's like a setup term, like setup criminal. Really missed the beat in this. I'm taking his shoes off first. Beat his ass.
Hello, darling. Well, I hope I didn't wake you.
Not at all. It's the first time you've made my headboard rattle this year. I wouldn't have wanted to miss that. Where have you been?
You know where I've been, my petal? At my pub quiz night.
The pub's closed at 11. Is that lipstick on your collar?
Oh, no.
No, it's ketchup.
Good.
I remember now. Constable Habib was eating ketchupy chips when I kissed her.
You kissed Constable Habib.
We're through to the local final, Patricia. Another one bites the dust. You know how much the Whiz Trophy means to me. Clever little Constable Habib pulled off a stunning coup by knowing the names of all a gorilla's vertebrae. What a woman.
You better stop bragging about her after kissing.
What's the matter?
Nothing, really, it's nothing.
Oh, that's all right then. I thought you were upset or something. I'm going to brush my teeth.
It's just I can't remember the last time you said what a wonderful woman I was.
Oh, come on, darling. You don't know the skeletal composition of the gorilla family. Be serious.
You're not annoyed with me, are you, Sergeant?
No, not at all.
Of course she is.
It's just that at breakfast I couldn't help noticing that you crunched your cornflakes in rather an aggressive manner.
Did I?
And you did make my tea with cold water. Good, good. So the Brillo pad in my shredded wheat was a mistake.
Morning, all.
Ah, Cray, fresh from last night's triumph. Doesn't mean to say that it has ceased to be a national disgrace.
Can't go without my beef.
Personally, I don't believe all those stories anyway. As far as I'm concerned, you could get more sense out of a British cow than you will out of a whole packet of German sausages.
Would I be right in assuming that Murgatroyd
is a cat?
Is a cat?
No, sir, she's a contortionist.
I'm delighted to hear it.
Time waits for no man, as the proverb goes, and what I say is, in CID, crime waits for no man. So if you don't mind, I shall cut the bovine
This is
feces
rambling.
altogether. This is CID work, mate.
Major point.
Was there something you wanted to discuss?
Oh, yes. To be blunt, Raymond, I need a woman, and I want your help. I've been on to a
That's the
major
honey
local villain for months,
thing,
but
yes,
he's
yes.
slippery, like an owl. He does, however, have a weakness, and that weakness is totty.
Totty.
Birds, bints, anything in a skirt, barring a Scotsman. He's a ladies' man.
Are you suggesting an entrapment operation?
Not entrapment, Raymond. Entrapment is, as you know, illegal. But blokes drop their guard with girls. They don't think of the consequences. You get all stupid with some young lovely, and before you know it, you're bald, 40, sitting in the car park at Sainsbury's home base.
That's too specific.
I strongly disapprove of this type of dubious underhand operation.
We're not talking about a honey trap, just a bit of intelligence gathering. CID cannot operate without intelligence.
Well, you seem to have managed very well up there.
Listen!
I'll talk to the girl and see how she feels about it.
Well, do it discreetly. It's not the sort of operation that wants to be blabbed round the station. Tell no one but Habib.
I don't need to be told my duty, Inspector Grimm.
Well, I hope not. Because it's my backside on the line and I'm right up to my neck in it.
Because I wish to discuss an extremely sensitive operation.
Oh, I see. My dad's just had one of those. Bowel complaints are very common in men of your age.
We're talking about a police operation, Constable Habib.
Oh, I see, sir. Sorry.
What is more, for the record, my bowels are in perfect working order.
Glad to hear it, sir.
You could set your watch by them. I haven't missed an evacuation in 25 years of service.
Hey, let's go off the bounce, man.
You are to be seconded to the Criminal Investigations Department.
CID!
Yes, the CID, if you must. Although it's beyond me why perfectly serviceable sentences must always be reduced to graceless, lifeless initials. Why, when Mark Antony stood bestride Caesar's grave declaiming, "Friends, Romans, countrymen..."
And quicker.
Yes, but does that make them better? Life would be easier and quicker if we popped our clogs at birth. That way we would avoid all those slow, troublesome things like long walks in the country, games of chess, long, languid, lingering... what's the word?
Sex?
Well, I was going to say Amontillado sherries before lunch, but... yes, if you like, sex. Would you prefer sex, Constable Habib, if it was quick and easy?
Oh, my God. Okay.
Now, what can I do for you?
There's a delivery for you. Constable Goody.
We've got the new sir.
The new
New
of course. The new desk crest, ER.
Yes, that's right.
Constable Goody, this is a royal crest.
Yes, I know that. I'm not thick, am I?
Well, if you knew that this crest represented the authority of Her Majesty the Queen, what in the devil's briefcase did you imagine ER stood for?
In the palace.
Elizabeth's clever police officers. They think they're up to something. Clear off, you lot, and hang that crest above the front desk. I'm in the middle of an extremely sensitive meeting. I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to leave too, Sergeant.
You're throwing me out of your office.
Well, I must say this Earl will look very well up on the wall.
Tell you what, Frank, you need a big hat to pin that badge on.
So, Constable Habib, you are to be the bait in a honey trap. You are to dress up in your finest stockings, miniskirt, and boob tube. And snare a hard-bitten thug into your sexual web. I envy you, Constable Habib. I would give much for such an opportunity to serve my community.
Well, sir, I could lend you a pair of ties.
Don't be facetious, Habib.
Did you play Henry V, sir?
Well, not quite Henry, no. I played man.
Just a random character.
The point is that if you take this job on, from tomorrow morning, you will no longer be Constable Habib. Stern, steady, and a credit to the service. You will instead be a right saucy bit of brisket.
Constable Habib! What do you think you're doing? You can't come to work looking like a tart. It's a good mind to have you... Why did Inspector Fowler ask you to dress like that?
He said I wasn't to tell anyone.
Ah, Constable Habib, that's what I like to see. Splendid, splendid. Come on through to the briefing room. Live it, because your life may depend on it.
Right you are. Big boy. I love a man in a uniform. Is that a truncheon in your pocket? Or are you just pleased to see me?
Jesus Smith.
Tony, who sits to the right of Jane and next to the fire extinguisher. Each seat has a width of 2.5 feet, and there's 9 inches between them. In the event of a fire, how far will Fred have to travel to reach the fire extinguisher?
Tony will already have grabbed it.
Tony and Jane have fainted from fear.
Inspector Fowler, we are discussing a dangerous
Look, bro,
operation.
that's too much.
You're on duty, man. Pull yourself together.
I'm sorry, you're quite right. I will not mention the quiz again. Beer-soaked dipsomaniac will no doubt
let us
arrive
go.
at the final mounted on a pink elephant, chooses to put at risk. Fowler! I'm sorry. Please proceed. I will not disturb you or mention the quiz final ever again.
Well, I'm very glad to hear it. Afraid that means that Habib is off your quiz team.
But she's my star striker.
Exactly. And if she turns up at our villain's boozer as the star of Gaspeth Police quiz team, there's just a chance he might work out she's a copper.
Dang, dude. They're losing. Oh, he's gonna ask her to be a part of it.
Excuse me, Sergeant Darling.
Is that
May I have a word?
It's your police station. You can talk to who you like, I suppose.
Yes, well, the point is that I need another man for my quiz team. But I would imagine you'd play a pretty straight bat when it came to post-war politics or matters pertaining to gardening and plumbing. So how about it?
I can't imagine why you would want another player. After all, you have Constable Habib, the finest brain and the shortest skirt in the force.
Yes, well, there's no doubt that Habib is an extraordinary woman. But I'm afraid she
Stop.
cannot compete. I have other duties for her.
What other duties, Raymond? What is going on?
I'm afraid I cannot tell you, Patricia, and that's the end of it. No. Give me a good, honest, plain, solid, workaday team player like dear old Pat.
I wouldn't join your quiz team if it was the only thing that stood between you and disemboweling with a blunt truncheon.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question. And I want you to answer to the best of your ability. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Just one question, sir.
Yes, just the one question, Goody.
No, I mean, may I ask a question about your question, please?
Yes, if you must.
Thank you, sir. Is that the question?
The fact that I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes, sir. You see, you said you were going to ask us a question. And then you asked us if we understood. Now, I was wondering if that was the question. Or just a sub-question, and that the real question was still to come.
Congratulations, Goody. You've just failed your trial for the quiz team. Get out.
Yes.
Memory, 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 detail, detail, detail.
Well, excellent advice, Gladstone. And how did your team fare?
I don't know, I forgot where the pub was, sir. Sir.
God bless her.
So, do you want another drink, love?
Oh, I shouldn't really. I'll get so randy when I see you. Oh, go on then, lover. Give me a big one.
Excuse me. Are we trying to make him confess or throw up?
Look, Inspector Grimm, with all due respect to your suppressed sexuality, I haven't got a problem giving him the come on.
Can't provoke them if they don't want to do it. We've come this far, she's got to go the last mile.
Well, what do you think, sir? Soliciting a crime is an offence.
I know, Constable, I know. I utterly deplore this type of operation.
Well, Habib, you don't look very happy. What's Inspector Fowler asked you to do now?
He's asking me to go a lot further than I feel comfortable with. Personally, I think he's a bit immoral. And I think he does too.
Crest, the very symbol of all the values that I stand for.
You don't stand for any values. I've seen what you're doing to Constable Habib. You viper! You rat!
Oh, I see. So you know about
You should
Habib?
know it's not that.
Yes, I do.
That's why you destroyed the crest. Unless you place some other interpretation upon my activities with Constable Habib.
No. I had the whole thing worked out. Short skirts, secret meetings, entrapment operation.
Dear, oh dear, Raymond, you don't go on with your high and mighty, up your jatsy, snooty, snotty, dig, dob, excuse me, scouts on a dog-bleeding croquet load of old cobblers. Well, I suppose when Habib comes in here with our man, you'll mind taking half the credit, will you? No, you'll be in there for the glory, won't you?
I've arrested her. Done a citizen's arrest. Bleeding little cop of tart. Here I was trying to get me leg over, and all she's interested in is me pump action. Entrapment, that's what this is. And I want to make a very serious complaint.
I love you, I love you. You're all I've ever wanted. Holding you like this in my arms makes me the happiest man in the world. But then you know that, don't you? And I'll never, ever let you go.
Shut up, Raymond.
He's such a goof ass. It seemed like she would think it'd be out of character for him to do something like that, and it seemed like it was a bit on the nose, all the stuff he was doing for somebody who was cheating. Like, it was too out in the open. Like, everything he was doing, everything Habib was saying, is like they weren't trying to cover it up. So you would think that she would think, like, okay, this is too obvious. There's no way they're doing what I think they're doing. But him being drunk and stating that he kissed her, I think it's what kind of put that little seed in there to make her think, like, okay, maybe he is doing something. And because he has that level of innocence or whatever, he wouldn't have the ability to cover it up. I don't know, and the fact that she's walking around dressing the way she's dressing, I don't know, I think you would put some pieces together. But when you're frustrated, your emotions kind of like drive you a lot. Especially because he kept talking her up so much and then putting her down in that same process. But it's like you'll know your partner's character a little bit more than that. In regards to stuff, but like, how's the story going to carry forward if it doesn't happen? You know, if it doesn't go the way that it was going. It was still funny and entertaining, but it's like you'll just know your partner a little bit more and give them the benefit of the doubt. But I guess it's kind of hard to give him the benefit of the doubt because of how poorly he chooses his words when it comes to his relationship. He seems pretty decent when it comes to other places, but he's just really bad when it comes to his relationship. It's just awful. She's really patient, man. She's very patient when it comes to dealing with him, man. Very, very patient. He definitely botches everything. Well, at least they won the whole quiz bowl thing. That's something, man. And yeah, Habib is really smart because he doesn't get all those questions, all that jazz, and other people he tried to run it across, they were botching some of the stuff. So yeah, he is really smart. And then like pushing her to do something she wasn't comfortable with in order to, you know, the whole entrapment thing, that could have really impacted her career. I'm surprised he didn't try to stop her from doing it and just end the whole thing, but you know, he's more focused on the what do you call, the quiz and all that jazz, which yeah, that sucks. Hopefully all the trouble, just like you said, just went on the CID guy, and none of it fell on her because she was under his orders. So yeah, maybe it didn't because it was under, she did it under orders. So I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, that'd be cold-blooded. You're having to step beyond like what you're comfortable with. As I feel like, oh boy, I was like, this she gonna leave that dude alone, end up jizzing his pants. I used to think about that. What do you call? Whenever a dude's like shaking and doing all the weird stuff, whenever a chick's like flirting with him, I always think about that. What's it called? Lonely Island Boys. That did when he did that song with, I think it was it Justin Timberlake? I don't think they did it with Justin Timberlake, but that jizz in my pants song, when like anything happens, the dude jizz in his pants. It's a stupid song, but it's funny to me. But yeah, man, this is good stuff. This is another fun episode. He's goofy as heck. He even needs to give his wife a bit more attention. Give her a few compliments or something, dude, instead of giving that old girl all those freaking compliments. And I think that, as I said, that's probably why it's hard for her to give him the benefit of the doubt, because he constantly screws up and is giving her all these compliments and not giving his wife any in return, and it's just kind of difficult. All right, folks, that is it. That is all for this one. Hopefully you guys are happy, safe, and healthy. I'll see you in the next one. Later.